real plus point. So, and then there are two red lines that have been announced already. The first red line, because the other powers are worried that Scarborough Shoal is going to be militarized. You are all aware that 7 artificial islands have been constructed, one inside our exclusive economic zone, the others very close to our exclusive economic zone, 7 of them, and 3 of them are about to be militarized already. Mischief Reef, Subi Reef, and Fiery Cross Reef. And if they're militarized, people are worried that this is going to restrict the freedom of navigation in the South China Sea, especially if construction is going to be conducted in Scarborough Shoal. So an announcement was made by the other powers that, look, that is going to be considered a red line if construction will be done in Scarborough Shoal, which is well within the exclusive economic zone. Japan announced that they're going to participate in a joint training cruise inside the South China Sea with the United States. The other country said that is a red line. If Japan will do that, we might be able to, that is going to complicate so many situations. So that is how the situation is now. It is very good that we have a president now that has opened diplomatic channels. Before, it was very complicated because the previous president closed the diplomatic channels, and understandably so, because the other country refused to talk about it. They talked about a bilateral situation, but they would not want to schedule the bilateral talks. And one requirement to start a bilateral talk is that we, the Philippines, should accept their sovereignty in the claims that they have made inside our exclusive economic zone. So that is a situation that is totally unacceptable. In other words, it is a conflict situation that cannot be resolved because one requirement is not acceptable to the other. Both requirements are not acceptable to both parties in the conflict situation. But again, I'm very happy that there are some very positive developments. As we speak today, there is a track to effort consisting of former ambassadors of the Philippines, military officers, cabinet members who have gone to China in order to start a track 2 discussion. Informal, but it's going to further break the ice. So my fellow delegates here in this peace convention, I think what we need to do, this cannot be resolved by the Philippines alone. This cannot be resolved by China alone. It must be resolved as a multilateral effort. It must be resolved by countries entering the picture, not as active participants or as participants that would further complicate the conflict situation, but as mediators. And I think if we know how to pray, we pray to whoever our gods are, and pray that things quiet down, and as we celebrate this International Peace Day, let us include the situation here, because this is a very complicated situation, a conflict situation that will affect not only the Philippines, it will affect not only the South China Sea. As an expert in security, it is my belief that it can have the potential effect of complicating the situation, not only the South China Sea, but the entire Indo-Pacific area and probably the entire world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Congressman Roilo Golez.